Hello everyone, I am Dr. Pranav Kumar Rai. I have done MSc from SIMS Open Medical College in Indore, and I have received a few calls in the last few days regarding the choice filling of NEET UG counseling and what should be the sequence of colleges and how to make a list as there are so many colleges like more than 550 colleges in our country at present for M.B.B.S admission and how to make a list or the sequence of list, what should be the sequence of list like from top medical college to the in the sequence of priority of preference to the last medical college. And as I know that you have just passed the NEET entrance exam and you are new to this medical field, so it would be very difficult for you to make such a long list in such a short period of time, as 2nd November is the last day of choice filling. So to help you out with this, I have made a presentation on this and what are the points you should consider or focus on before making your list, and what should be the sequence. So for this we will proceed with the following slides, like at what points you should focus on before making the list, like what are the basic requirements. You should give emphasis on the regional language where the institute is situated, what language is being preferred at that place, then what is the reputation of that college, then what is the bond status of that state, and what is the fee structure of that college, at what tier the college is situated, whether it is tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3, and what are the transport facilities available there, and what is the food culture of that particular place. Now in this slide I will try to emphasize on what's the importance of language in medical field. Look, we should prefer a college or the college in that zone, particular institutes of that zone, which you are familiar with that language, like your mother tongue. Like if you are from a northern zone, as Hindi is the most preferred language in this zone, so the importance, like suppose that you are sitting in the OPD and a patient came to you and he is having a complaint of pain is in abdomen, so he is going to say in Hindi like मेरे पेट में दर्द हो रहा है. And if the say is if a patient comes to you in from the eastern part of the country, then he is going to say uh, that আমার পেটে ব্যথা হচ্ছে. So the importance of language is that you can interpret what he is going to say. He is going to say in his language of that locality. He is not going to speak in English, and most of the patients is not able to converse it in English. So if you are familiar with that language, then you should prefer that zone. Like if you are from the northern part of the country, you should prefer institutes from this northern part, and if you are familiar with the Bengali language, you should prefer the eastern part of the country. Then if you are from the Rajasthan or Gujarati speaking place, then you should prefer that kind of places. Or if you are familiar with Tamil, Telugu or Malayalam, then you should prefer the southern zone. The importance of language also lies in history taking. History taking is the most important part in your patient interaction, so that you can know what complaints he is having, and what investigations you have to order for that patient, and to reach to a diagnosis. Then importance of language also lies in that you can adjust easily to that place, you can make friends very easily. Then in the next slide we will discuss about the reputation of the college. For this we have to consider that whether the college is MCI recognized or not, and we should prefer a central institute, as they are the gold standard and the topmost institute of our countries, where all the medical facilities and all the recent advances are available, like the AIMS, ZIPMER, PGI, BHU and AMU. You should give a preference to this institute at the top, then in this next you should consider the colleges where more than 150 seats are, as you can say that yeah, normally most of the medical colleges are 100 seats, but if a college is having more than 150 seats, that means their infrastructure is developed, they have that much facilities to provide education to more than 150 students, so you can choose them. Then the next point to consider here is that whether they are having a PG seat or super specialty seat. Well, this signifies that if they have a super specialty seats, then they have all the broad super specialties, and you have more exposure to, and more different varieties of cases and treatment facilities at the super specialty level. You also have the consider that whether they have all the latest equipment like RT-PCR machine or PET scan machines, and whether the laparoscopic procedures are done at that place or not. Then location of the college is also important, that whether it is located in the center of the city or whether it is at the periphery. The importance lies is that if it is at the center of the country, then there is will be more number of patients, more number of different type of varieties of patient, and you can have learning, holistic learning in that condition. Naturally, we can say that where the colleges are old, the chances of having all the equipments and the facilities at that college is more. Then the bond, you have also give importance to this is that if your college after completion of your MBBS, you have to serve for that government institute or government bond of that state. So the importance lies is that after a MBBS you are not done with it, you have also to prepare for the post graduation examinations, and if you are bonded to that particular state for a longer period of time, it would be very difficult for you to clear the post-graduation examinations. So you should give a preference to the institutes where the bond period is less, and you should give priority, and in increasing order you should make the list. Then the tuition fees prefer government colleges, and it also depends on your rank whether you are going to get a government college or not, or whether you are going to get which type of private college at your rank. Then you have to make a decision whether to take a government college or a private college, and whether you can afford a private college or not. Then after choosing for the private college, you also have to consider one point, that most of the private colleges have a 5% to 10% increment in their annual fees. So you just have that capital amount and make a assumption of all the 4.5 years and with increment of 5 to 10% of annual fees. Then I will suggest you that don't use all of your capital amount in MBBS or having an MBBS degree. You should save some of your amount and choose a college where the fee structure is a little bit less, as much as you can afford in respect uh, to save some amount for the preparation of your post-graduation examination would be better. As MBBS is just the beginning, it will not be sufficient for you. You also have to do post-graduation examinations. So then the city trial. Naturally, we should give a preference to the colleges which are situated in the metro cities where all the best facilities are available. Then we should choose the cities, colleges or institutes at the second tier cities like all the state capitals. Then all the institutes which are rest of the major cities. I would also like to say emphasize here at one point that you should prefer colleges where your relatives are present. uh, it would be a real moral support for girls especially, and for the boys, parents can have a check of whatever their activities are. And I should not make a point at this time, but still I am would like to emphasize here that please don't fall into any kind of addiction as you are for going or taking admission in institutes which would not be at your city or your hometown. So you are having all the freedom in the world, so please utilize your freedom, and don't utilize your freedom in acquiring addictions. Utilize your time in some productive work and learning new skills, and be helpful to the society or the country. Food, yeah, food is also important, and we haven't give importance to this till now. But we as we have so many different cultures in our country, so the food variety is also different in different parts of the country. uh, in the beginning you will enjoy food as a change, but after sometimes you always want to have the food what you are having at your home, or something like that. uh, so just choose accordingly. Now the list of government colleges, I will. We all know that AIMS is the topmost institute of our country. Then we have PGI or ZIPMER. If you are from the northern part, you can choose PGI or ZIPMER from the southern part. Then MMC, then LTMC, then UCMS or FMC, both are equivalent. Then BHU, then King George Medical College, then AMU, and then LTMC, then RGK Medical College. If you're from the West Bengal, you can give a preference to this college. In you can alter the sequence according to your locality, just a little bit. Then after, if you are from the southern part, you can choose a Stanley or Madras Medical College. Then you choose two or three topmost colleges of your particular state as a well, the importance of choosing a college from your state is that after uh, you have the domicile, and this is important after for the post graduation entrance examinations, as well as you will get the benefit of your domicile in that exams. At the 14 point, you can choose all the aims like from Bhopal, Jodhpur, Raipur, Patna, Bhubaneswar, Rishikesh, Nagpur. You can alter the sequence according to your preference or convenience of transport. Then all the rest of the government colleges of your particular state which you belong to, then all the latest aims which have come up in the last 2 to 3 years, then all the rest of the medical colleges of all over India according to the bond, connectivity and location. And finally you can choose all the private colleges. In the next slide, I have listed all the top private colleges of our country, like Christian Medical College, and then Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, then Sri Ramchandra Medical College, Chennai, and Kasturba Medical College, Mangalore, D.O.I. Patil, Dayanand Medical College, Ludhiana, uh, M.S. Ramaiah Medical College, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, Belgaum, CMC, Ludhiana, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth Institute, Maharashtra, Kalinga Institute, Bhubaneswar, RIMS, Raipur, Kempegowda Institute, SAMES, Aurobindo, and Jamia Hamdard Institute. Well, you can choose or change according to the fee structures. In you can find the fee structures of all these private colleges in the Telegram groups, and you can join my Telegram group as well as, or you can in the following. This is the just the beginning, and I will make many more presentations uh, for uh, what should be the orientation of a first year medico, and what books you should read, and what are the instruments required as a first year, like a stethoscope and hammer or something like that, and how to study, and how to read anatomy or something like that, and as a holistic development as a medico. Then how to prepare for the post graduation examinations. You can join my Telegram group, that is a Neet QG counseling and choice filling advice, where I have uh, put all the PDF files of the bond, the college fees, and the fee structures of all the colleges. So thank you so much, and you can and contact me at this number for any query or further counseling process.